Hello, I'm Freelander. Welcome to the Game Trove. Today is a little bit different as we're going through the price of some cryptocurrencies and what I think is next. No, none of this is financial advice, and I could be totally wrong. Uh, Shout out to Army of Fortune. Usually I focus on that. Just wanted to make a quick video, and this is what I had on my brain. So, more gameplay coming very soon. Just haven't had time to really dig in this week. All right, so we have the ETH chart, beautiful chart going from almost nothing in 2015. 2017 bull run here. Okay, down and up. This is interesting because it it crashed, right, with all the early 2022, but it bottomed in June of 2022, so almost a year and a half ago. Bitcoin waited until November of 2022 to bottom. So ever since then, we've had a series of highs, right? Okay, so the market looks for liquidity, and it also looks for good places to jump back in. Places where people wanted to get in but couldn't. So like here, people wanted to go short. Even this is 2021, right? Even all the way over here, there's still orders that are. This is still an area the market remembers as significant. Okay, right here we might have a lot of chop because this is an area where a lot of buy and sell orders were. So we might have a lot of chop around 2700, which is around my next target. But so these lines represent where liquidity lies, where if those lines are breached, then there'll be a lot of buying and selling. Now, if it gets there, the if it gets down there, this is one type of line. That's another type of line. I know my colors are weird. I like them. Um, that's the only reason they're this color. So this is one. This is a if price drops down to it, the line is breached, and this is a price drops up to it or rises up to it, it's breached. So if this is breached, then the market steals liquidity from anybody that had a long position that's like, it's going down too far, it's going to keep going down. They're going to get out of their positions right here in general. And then the market decides, okay, do I use that liquidity to go short or do I use that liquidity to go long? Okay, so with that thesis, this is the weekly chart. We just breached a bullish liquidity line. Okay, so these are triggered as we're coming out of an area of where buyers and sellers agree, and there's a lot of buy and sell orders. And so it swings out of that like, oh no, the bears are right, the bulls are right, the bears are right, the bulls are right. So my two targets would be here and here in general. This is what I'm shooting for right now because of the ETF, Bitcoin halving, and everything, and just fundamentals of Ethereum are really good. So without Bitcoin, Ethereum has trouble making progress. All right, so this is the daily chart, which is the primary thing why I think it's going bullish. So we had this about a week and a half ago, this area where buyers and sellers agreed that this was a good price, lots of orders in here, and then we broke up, but not enough people bought here, in order for the market to really want to run. So it gave them a second chance right here. Came down to the middle of the range where the buyers and sellers agreed. Everybody agreed it was a good price. Buyers, sellers, and then it bounced off of the middle. Okay. My thesis is that this will be sustained and keep going up, and the next real place is this area here, with orders, maybe here. So around this range. That's kind of my thesis on the matter. Some things that make me nervous are this: an area that it just boosted out of without as many buy orders as wanted to buy. I think same thing on the weekly or monthly. Let's see, monthly. Yeah, the monthly has me a little nervous. That we might be revisiting here at some point. It's a little different though, because it did go to the bottom of this range first, and now we're going back up. But yeah, that does have me a little bit nervous that maybe we'll revisit 1800 at some point. Some scare. I don't see us going back down to these levels, especially people had plenty of time since 2022 to load up on Ethereum. Bitcoin. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart just real quick. Bitcoin, this has me nervous right here. I don't know what would cause it to go back down there, but that's the place people want to get back in at. That's what the bears are hoping for, right? Well, the bears are hoping for 10K, which could happen. But this is why they're looking for 10K. You've heard 10K a lot, 9K. They don't realize it, but this is why. Because there's a ton of unfilled orders down here. This is where the bears the big bears really want in. They're paying. My thesis why it won't get down there is just because a lot of people just DCA into Bitcoin no matter where it is, and they're gonna hold it till retirement, so they don't even care. They just keep buying. Michael Saylor, everything. I think there's just too much buy pressure. Too many people want Bitcoin for it to get down here at this point. It could happen. Unlikely. So this is where the majority of bears would like to buy Bitcoin at this point. Is my thesis. Now it could break lower, and this could be a huge range lasting years. I don't think that's going to happen. Personally, I think with the ETFs and everything, I think there will be massive inflows. We might get a wick down to here, just a massive market manipulation or scare, get us back down to here, or even possible here, but I don't think so. So that has me a little concerned. The lower time frames look better. See, we're chopping, just below this point. It's one reason we're struggling is because this is definitely an area where back in, this is 3 arrows. Sorry. Yeah, this got me on Solana. Oh, this got me on Solana. I'm like, oh, good, we broke through. We're headed up. But it was a bounce. It bounced down, and this was 3 arrows blowing up, and all that lovely spring that wrecked me on a project. Yeah, totally wiped out a project. They didn't capitulate till here. Well, really, they were trying to get traction all the way to here, but this is what broke their bank. And anyway, they still might jumpstart the project at some point, but so I still have NFTs from them, but unless they get more capital, it's dead. But anyway, I was diversified, still am diversified, going heavy on Army of Fortune right now, but Anyway, that is not part of the price. Okay, so weekly, having some trouble. Daily, this has me pretty bullish in the short term. See, this is again the 2800 level is where bears would like to get in. That's where their orders are sitting, because it just boosted away too quick for them to really get in. I mean, that might be kind of was their opportunity to get in, but so this is my thesis that my thesis is that this is not a range since it's chopping higher. Even though it took out this liquidity, there should be a liquidity line. This just happened too fast for the software to generate it. So my thesis is instead of going down to sop up this liquidity, we're just headed higher. So, but 35 in the short term might be the target, the bearish target, if you're bearish short term towards the end of the year. Yeah. So, and I think the 4-hour looks good too. The 4-hour might have something that it's a bit bearish, but yeah, it's 37. There's a little bit of some orders there that we boosted away from without capturing them. So, and look, we might be, yeah, hard to say, but so bullish scenario, bearish scenario. I'm leaning more bullish. Some of the time, there's a few reasons why we could go back down and stop up. Or so boxes represent orders, liquidity lines. Yeah. So yeah, let me know what you think. That's my technical analysis. Yeah. Anyway, I will catch you later. Hope you enjoyed this. Shout out to Army of Fortune one more time. I am in love with that project. Love the team, love the IP, love the gameplay, and it's getting so challenging though to actually compete. And then love the idea of the game that they're coming out with next. So enjoying that. Anyway, you're here for price today, so I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found it at least entertaining and hopefully useful. So, Freelander,